Hello, I wanted to give you a quick presentation to help you understand how to create your Theorist presentation. So we're going to look at the different pieces that you need and then how you'll be presenting it to the class and then how you'll turn it in for a grade. So the first part is the introduction. So educational theories are theories about learning and teaching. So they provide explanations about the underlying mechanisms involved in the processes of teaching and learning, so how our brains work and how we absorb information. So you are going to choose an educational theorist, research about this person, their life, their work, and then you're going to create a presentation to help the whole class learn all about this person. So you want to make sure you go into our class, the assignments, and download the instructions, which will be labeled Theorist Presentation Assignment Instructions.doc. So that'll give you very detailed information about the assignment. So the purpose of this assignment, so theorists help us understand how education is achieved, so how people interpret information, apply concepts, and create meaning. Educational theories are the concepts that explain how best to teach so that students can learn. So how is this useful? Understanding learning theories expands our capacity to support students to learn. Knowing the how and the why of learning gives us the ability to structure our assistance based on the capabilities of the students so that we can be teaching effectively. So selecting a theorist, there'll be a list of choices shared with you in class, and you'll put your name on the list next to the theorist you've chosen, and only one student per theorist. So we want to make sure we learn about lots of different people. So the research part of this, you are going to look for online sources, and you want to be careful that you're finding credible sources for information. So sites like .org or .edu are some of your very best options. You want to try to avoid any personal blogs or one random person talking about someone. It's usually not the most accurate. If you have trouble finding information, let me know and I can try to assist. Most of these people are pretty famous, and so they're easy to find, but there are a few that are a little more obscure, so I'm happy to help if you need it. And then you also want to make sure that you're citing your sources. So you always want to give credit to whoever you've used their information in their work. And this website here, citationmachine.net, is a really easy way to cite sources. So be sure you use that tool if you're not familiar with citing. And for our class, we use APA for the sources. The rest of your presentation can be just standard. So for the presentation, you are going to create something with slides. So this particular presentation I made in Canva, which is an app that's really fun to use. But you could use PowerPoint, you can use Google Docs, whichever piece of technology works for you or that you prefer using. And then when it's time to show your presentation in class, which is listed on our course schedule, you will put it up at the front of the room. So you want to make sure that you have it stored in a way you can access from our classroom on campus. So that means store it in your OneDrive or your Google Docs, cloud storage, or bring a little USB storage device that you can plug into that computer. And then just remember to practice what you want to say for your presentation before you come to class. So just remember, when you do presentations, you don't want a ton of text on the slides. It gets hard to see everything. You want to make sure you have some nice colors, images, everything fits, all that fun stuff. And then you want to really expand on what you're saying when you're presenting. And you want to try to speak slowly and clearly, which is something I still work on. And then for turning your work in, you will turn it in two different ways. So you will upload it to the assignment link in Blackboard, and then you're also going to post a link to the presentation in the discussion board so that everybody in class can see it. So that one could be a little tricky depending on how you've stored your presentation. So you might want to think about long term how you're going to store it in a way that you can also share a link to it. And again, with technology stuff, you can always ask me questions and I can do my best to help. Or you can always access our on-campus technology through Jolt. And then once you've posted, you get a chance to see what everyone else has created. So it's a really fun assignment. I know it's stressful while you're creating them, but once they're finished, it's a really great way to learn about a lot of different things really quickly. All right, let me know if you have any questions.